and welcome to another edition of Wardy Screencasts, where I'm joined by my friend, the Frog, today. In case you can't see him, he sings too. Oh yeah, 50 Cent in the house. Now why am I really using him? Because I want everybody to notice he's got an Eagles logo on him. Mr. Grasso does not have something like this. Because I'm going to work a little bit later with why I'm a bigger Eagles fan than Mr. Grasso. Or Mr. Rothwell. And definitely Mr. Kelsch, because, you know, Steelers. Anyway, let's move on. So today, continuing with argument writing, remote learning, working toward that essay of yay, nay, good, bad, using our experiences. So, let's get into it. Today's learning intention. Learning about personal experience writing so we can plan and develop ideas for an argument essay. We're still not writing the essay yet. We're just developing ideas today. And you'll know you've got it at the end of today when you can, by the end of this video, define personal experience writing, explain when to use personal experiences and personal pronouns in your writing. All year, Mr. Grasso and myself, probably Mr. Rothwell, said, do not use I, we, you. Today I'm changing it up on you, but you'll know why you can do it in certain instances. You can't do it all the time. And finally, write a paragraph explaining the pros of remote distance online learning, whatever it is we want to call it. So let us get into it. So personal experience. Here's what it is. Personal experience writing. Include and rely on your experiences to make a point. You can't do it all the time. We'll get into that a little bit later. So personal experience. Include and rely on your personal experiences to make a point. What is personal experience writing? Everybody. You can read what's on the board or the slide here. So that should take care of success criteria 1. You should now know what personal experience writing really is. Personal pronouns. I, we, me, mine, myself, ourselves. All year we've said don't use it. I'm changing it on you. 98% of the time in school writing, you're not going to use it. So next year if you have Mrs. Verdone, Miss Kofsky, Miss Tosh, and you're told don't use I, do not say, well, Mr. Ward, Mr. Rothwell, Mr. Grasso at the end of the year said we could. No, that is not what I'm saying. In certain instances you can, but it's very rare. This essay lends itself to that, hence we're going to use them. So I'm going to tell you, it's okay for this. All right, so when to use it. If you have anecdotes or stories you've experienced and want to share because it really makes a point, not just because I want to use it, but it makes a point, but it also needs to go with this. When the writing prompt or assignment calls for it, the essay we're working on now, we're going to argue, should New Jersey allow remote online distance learning when there's school closed for 3 or more snow days or hurricanes days or something like that. We have experience with this now. More so than you're going to find in any research. So it makes sense to use our personal experience in this instance. You're not doing it all the time. I'll make that very clear. If anybody goes to Miss Verdone, Miss Tosh, Miss Kofsky next year and says, Mr. Ward said we can, and I get wind of it, I'm going to come find you, because that's not what I'm saying. Anybody got that? Hope so. All right. So you have to consider your purpose in writing. In this case, it is a personal experience argument essay. Normal arguments, you're not necessarily always going to use personal experience. This time it calls for it. Most school essays, move my head so we... All right, do not call for this type of writing. Yes, I've hammered this home numerous times. I want you to realize that. So now I should take care of when to use it. Our prompt right now calls for it. The type of writing calls for it. So we're going to use our personal stories and experiences to make the point more clear to our reader. All right, today, you're going to write another Google site blog post, a paragraph. You're going to focus on the pros. So you're going to go back to your T-chart. So open up the assignment from either Monday or Tuesday, depending on when you're looking at this. Day 5 would be Monday. If you're a day 6 class, it would be Tuesday. And you're going to have your little T-chart with, hey, here's the pros of remote online learning. These are the cons. We're going to focus only on the pros today. Explain your experiences, and yes, use personal pronouns today. You can say I. The handcuffs have been taken off. All right. So let me kind of show you what we would do in this instance. All right, so this is today's document, which you are watching this video right now. It tells you to go to the T-chart, go to Google Classroom, look at your last assignment. It should be returned to you by now. Look at the pros, and you're going to do what's down here. There's a sample blog kind of paragraph down here. So you're going to start with saying remote distance learning has some benefits. Include, go back to your T-chart, list whatever is there. My opening sentence will be a little different just because I'm doing something a little different, but that's first sentence, literally. Remote distance learning has some benefits, including, put your bullet points. There's your first sentence. Then explain in about 5 to 7. Look at this document. Some of you might be called for like a little bit less there. Make sure you do what your document says. All right, so what you're going to be doing is, again, doing a post. If one of your ideas was, hey, you get to sleep in later, that's a plus of remote online learning. Explain that. Tell what time you used to get up, what time you get up now, how that benefits you. You can get 3-4 sentences out of that. All right, so mine's gonna be a little different in that I don't want to write, because I feel like whatever I would say might be what you would say, especially like, hey, I get to sleep in till 7 o'clock instead of 5:15. Yes, sleeping in 7 o'clock. Yeah. Anyway, so mine will be a little different. So I'm going to go to my T-chart. Instead of talking about remote learning, we're going to look at, as I promised earlier in the video, who's the bigger Eagles fan, Mr. Grasso or myself. So my T-chart that I would have done on Monday for day 5 classes, Tuesday for day 6 classes, is that I have season tickets for 25 years, went to the Super Bowl parade. Did Mr. Grasso go? I don't know. I have my little frog here. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, what's that behind me? It's a blow-up Eagles guy. Does Mr. Grasso have this? This is better than a Carson Wentz fathead. Grasso's got like 10 jerseys. I got McNabb jerseys. I got jerseys out the wazoo in this bag that... These are the old ones. The ones I actually still wear upstairs. I'm hopefully getting them right now. Did Mr. Grasso make a fake Lombardi Trophy out of aluminum foil to hopefully get media attention before an NFC Championship game back in January 2004? We lost the game, by the way. Yeah, and unfortunately this worked. This picture was actually in the Courier Post. Yeah, that's me heckling the Panthers. And the Eagles lost the game. But that's beside the point. I don't know. Who's the big Eagles fan? You guys you be the judge of that. And Grass has been talking trash on me. Got to come back. So in any event, so I'm going to go to my T-chart. Those are the pluses. So I'm going to say when you would write remote learning has positives, including. So I'm just writing there are pros on my side of being an Eagles fan, including the fact that I have season tickets, went to the Super Bowl parade, and have cooler things than a Carson Wentz fathead. First, I have season tickets, which means I sit outside in sub-freezing temperatures and root on my team on the victory. I sat through 8 inches of snow. I didn't leave, blah, blah, blah. And kind of just sharing the experience of going to the games. That's one of the things that's plus for me. So you can kind of look at this and use this as a guide. Clearly, I've written more than 6 to 8 sentences here. I actually broke into 2 paragraphs. You just follow and make sure it is what it needs to be. And you're going to put that in your blog. So you're going to go over here, just like we did before. Click here. Here, click up to insert text box. I do want you to try to move this up to the top because that's going to be the newest one. Same thing we did before. Let me move my amazingly beautiful bald head. And we'll start with the title. And I'm going to put remote learning blog 2 pros April 17th. Enter. It takes me down to this. You're going to type your paragraph here. I'm just going to kind of copy and paste this in the interest of time. But again, yours is going on your blog. And then publish. Publish. And then I get the link. Copy the link. go back to my document and highlight it and put it here like we've been doing. Other than that, just remember, Mr. Ward's the bigger Eagles fan. You should tell Mr. Grasso. And other than that, now we can finally say that Wardy is out. EAGLES, Eagles.